Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicole. Thank you so much for watching. I make videos about beauty, lifestyle, motherhood, that kind of stuff. Now, I was inspired to do this because I recently moved a few months ago, and when I was packing for that, I realized that I just have so much stuff that I've accumulated over the years that, like, while I don't get rid of it, I like no longer use it. And it kind of inspired me to make this list of things that I'm plan not to buy too much of going forward. That doesn't mean I'm never gonna buy these things. Like, I just have to be more strategic about it, if that makes sense. So let's just jump into the list. So the first thing on my list is graphic tees. I love a cute graphic tee. I think that they're so cute and trendy and fun, and there's like so many ways to like dress them up, dress them down, and like express your personality with them. And I'm even wearing them one today. But like, I accumulate them at like such a massive rate, and truthfully I don't wear them that often. Like, I have probably like 5 to 10 graphic tees in my closet that I absolutely love, and then there's like another 10 that I'm like, oh, that's so cute, I love it, I want it, like I bought it, and it just sits in my closet and I never wear it. And I think that for me that just means I need to be more critical about the styles and the exact graphic tees that I'm buying, because I don't think there's anything wrong with buying things that you use, love, and wear, but when I'm just buying it, spending money on it, and it's sitting in my closet, that doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, that's something I'm going to be a lot more strict with myself. Next is cheaply made furniture. Now, this doesn't mean that inexpensive furniture is poorly made. That's not what that means. It means to be more critical about the furniture that I'm spending my money on. Like, for example, the majority of our furniture in our bedroom is from West Elm, and I was able to get a good deal on it. It was like 25% off. We saved up for a few years to buy it, and we've already had it for a few years, and there's nothing wrong with any of these pieces. Like, they came like when we ordered them, someone came, brought them in, put them together for us. They're like super quality, super sturdy. We've moved with them several times. We've never had any issues with that. And whereas I've had like other furniture, like my IKEA bed frame, IKEA dressers, I have like a TV stand from Wayfair that literally fell apart when we were moving. One of the TV stands we bought from Wayfair, like the doors don't line up correctly. It's really annoying. It didn't come with the right hardware, so we had to drill in it ourselves, and it's so frustrating because that stuff still is not like cheap. Like, it was still like $500, whereas I could have paid maybe $800 and gotten like a really like nice, like fair trade piece of furniture where people were paid ethically for it. And I don't know, it just seems like a little bit more worth the money. Plus, like, pieces like this have a bit of a higher resale value, which is something to consider for the future. So yeah, I think in my 30s I'm not going to buy like cheap trendy pieces of furniture. Like, I really want to make sure I'm investing correctly in the furniture that I buy. Number 3 is disposable period products. This is mostly because there's a lot of things coming out about the toxins and different ingredients that are in different disposable period products. Not to mention, it's not very environmentally friendly to continue to buy these products every month and throw them away. So I had a pair of Thinx underwear from a few years ago, and I've used those partially for my periods. But a few months ago I bought a couple more pairs. So now I don't really need to buy disposable products anymore. Like, I still have a few on hand just for like occasions where that might come up and happen, and like I might need them, because, you know, there's a chance of that. But in general, like, I'm going to try to use my reusable products far more often. Number 4 is trendy jewelry. And this is totally like up to your preference. Like, I know some people just love big statement pieces and like beautiful colors and stuff with their jewelry, and that's how they express themselves, and that's perfectly fine. But for me and my, like, what I wear in my jewelry box, I usually wear like my wedding band. I weirdly like my earring, like in my left ear, like the hole, whatever, it closed up after like I've had it pierced for like 18 years or something, and like it just closed up. So before all the pandemic stuff started, I was gonna go get it re-pierced, but now I'm not sure when I'll do that. Eventually I will, but like since then I haven't been wearing earrings. It's definitely been like over 6 months since that happened, so I definitely don't need to be buying earrings for that purpose. But anyway, so for me, I just prefer more like dainty jewelry, simple jewelry, and I think that's like just what I want to focus on, and maybe buying a few more quality pieces throughout my 30s. But in general, like, I don't really need to accumulate more jewelry, really trendy or not. But yeah, that's one thing I'm not going to be buying. Number 5, full price beauty products. Now, this isn't to say I'm never going to buy a full price beauty product, okay? I just want to put that out there because I do love beauty products. I love trying new makeup, testing new skincare, all of that stuff. But there comes a point when you sort of realize that, like, Sephora does sales all the time, independent retailers do sales all the time. Ulta does sales quite frequently, and there's really no reason to pay full price for a beauty product. Like, first of all of these products are marked up insanely to begin with. Like, they really are. And second, you can pretty much get something on sale at least 2 to 3 times a year. Like, even Sephora does like their 20% off sale. Ulta sends out 20% off coupons every now and then. Like, independent retailers generally, or like even the brand's website, you can get like 20, 25, maybe even 30% off like your first purchase there. So like, there's really no reason to pay full price for beauty products. Like, there's just so many ways to get them at a discount. And I mean, again, it's not to say that I'm never going to like not pay full price for something, because sometimes things come out and I just want to try it right then. I don't want to wait. Like, I'm impatient, okay? But just buying the majority of things, like 90% of the things that you buy and intend to buy, buying them on sale, I don't know, it's kind of like, why wouldn't I do that? You know what I mean? If I could, like, not buying things because they're on sale, but getting them at a discount even though you want or need them anyway. Number 6 is souvenirs. And I love to travel. My husband and I love to travel. We plan to take our son and our future children on hopefully as many trips as we possibly can. But something that we've kind of realized over the years is that we don't really like accumulating souvenirs. Now, I am a Starbucks mug collector. I have like over 160 Starbucks mugs. Like, I picked them up myself. My friends have bought them for me. You know, like, it's great and fantastic, but those things take up a lot of space. We used to also buy magnets pretty much everywhere we went. And when we moved to our new apartment, I decided I was not going to put magnets up on our refrigerator. So I didn't, and I actually got rid of a bunch of the magnets that we had, and I don't really miss them, honestly. Like, for me, when we travel, we've been taking a lot of pictures, and we've done a couple different photo shoots, and those have been like extremely fun. And I feel like that to me is like a better memory and a better way to spend our money than buying tons of like little trinkets and souvenirs and stuff like that I don't really need and just kind of take up space. And like, I mean, again, it's not to say I'll never buy that, but like, one thing we've been doing is also like buying a book about the destination that we've gone to, like a children's book for my son, and I really like doing that. Like, when we were in Maui, we went to the aquarium and we bought him a book there, and so he has that, and like, that's to remind us of the trip that we went on. And then it's also just, you know, a practical use item. So yeah, souvenirs are just something I'm not really intending to buy a lot of anymore. Number 7 is notebooks. And ooh, I have accumulated a lot of notebooks. Like, a lot of writers and creators that I know, we tend to just buy a lot of notebooks because they're super cute. And honestly, I think over the past 5 years, I probably filled up 1, maybe 2 notebooks, and a lot of them are just like random scribbles on random pages with random notes. And that's something I really need to be better about, because I'm just like accumulating all these empty pages, and like, it's wonderful because they're waiting to be filled with ideas and plans and dreams, but at the same time, it's like, I don't need all of these physical items with me constantly. So I think one way for me to combat that personally is to just use what I have first of all, and then not buy a new notebook until there's one that I don't have anymore to use. So that's my plan going forward. Notebooks is just, they're so cute, and I love when they have cute sayings or like pretty patterns or whatever, but in general, I just don't need that many of them, and neither do you probably. Number 8, storage bins. So again, when we were moving, I noticed we had all these storage bins, and some of them are empty, some of them are full, and I was just like, why are we storing all these things we are never intending to take out again? Like, I don't have a home office anymore, but I still have a lot of things from my office stored in storage bins, and honestly, it's probably gonna be years before I have space for a home office again, and that's fine. Like, I'm not upset about it, but like, why am I storing these things that I'm honestly probably not even gonna want to decorate my office with when I have an office again? Like, that kind of doesn't make sense, because I know like my tastes are gonna change, like styles are gonna change, what I want is gonna change, and I might as well pass these things off to a new home instead of just keeping them in bins under my bed. And it's like the same with clothes that like I never tend to wear anymore, or like my maybe one day clothes, my fantasy self clothes, you know, just things like that. It's like everything in my home needs to have a space, is how I am envisioning my future minimalistic life. But I mean, right now we still have some like baby clothes stored under our bed and stuff like that, and like I switch out my seasonal clothes, but beyond that, it's like, why do we constantly need to store things that we're probably not ever going to use in the future? Like, this is just a question I've been asking myself lately, because I still have a box of stuff for my office that I need to go through that's sitting in the top of our closet, taking space that like, honestly, I'm probably not ever going to use anything else in there. So like, I might as well give it a new home well, I still can. Like, storage bins, I would like to not accumulate any more storage bins going forward, and my hope is that in our home and in our spaces, whether it's this space or our future spaces, that all of our stuff will have a place that it belongs, and if it doesn't have a place that it belongs, then it doesn't belong in our life. Number 9 is niche kitchen appliances. So we all know that we just accumulate kitchen appliances. I mean, I do anyway. Like, I've had a spiralizer, a mandolin, a juicer, all these things that I've bought and spent money on, I've used for like, you know, maybe a few weeks of my life here and there, whatever, and then like never again. And honestly, a mandolin is nice, you know, like it's a thought that counts, but like you can pretty much do the same thing with a knife. Like, unless you're going to be using it every single day and it's going to save you a significant amount of time, you probably don't need it, and you don't need to be storing it in your kitchen. Like my juicer, I was like on a big juice craze for like a couple months, and that was great and fine and wonderful, blah blah blah, but then I stopped, and then I never really used my juicer again. Like, we should buy high quality things of the things we use a lot of. So we've been slowly replacing a lot of our pans and cookware with like higher quality products, and it's really making a difference in cooking, me wanting to cook, me wanting to clean up from cooking. Let's be honest, it's the real reason I don't want to do that a lot. But anyway, it's like, you don't need to buy things for something you're going to use once or every now and then. Like, invest in pieces that are going to make your everyday life better and not just a passing habit better. And number 10 in the same lines of things in your kitchen is ingredients for that one recipe. When we moved, I can't tell you how many spices I had to throw away because they expired because we bought them to use for 1 teaspoon of something. And that made me really sad to think that, first of all, this whole ingredient went to waste, and second of all, I spent probably a good amount of money, like upwards of $50 to $70 on those ingredients just for them to go bad in my drawer. Like, it kind of makes no sense. So I think maybe a better use of money for me is to use something like HelloFresh. We've been really big on HelloFresh during the pandemic situation, mostly to give us something more to do at home, but also to know that we could still have access to like some food even if we couldn't get to the grocery store all the time. You know, it was just easier, but it also gave us the ability to try new recipes and foods like really easily and quickly, and I really like that personally. I mean, it's not for everyone, but I don't know, I like HelloFresh. So like, even going from ingredients on like one recipe, it might just be like something you really want to try, so you end up with like 5 extra cereal boxes in your pantry. I don't know, just thinking like really critically about what you're purchasing, what you're actually eating. Are those ingredients going to waste? Is it worth your money? For me, that's like something I'm gonna really try to not do a lot of in my 30s, is to overbuy things. So I think that's probably what we could call number 10, like not overbuying things. But yeah, ingredients for that one recipe is what I labeled it. But I know like it can be hard when you want to try new things, but you know, it's not always a smart thing to do, you know? Okay, so wrapping up, those are 10 things I'm not buying in my 30s just based on my own personal spending habits, what I noticed from moving, my past with buying lots of things, like just trying to be more critical about what I'm buying and what I value. And I hope that this inspires you to be more critical about what you're buying and what you value and what you're bringing into your life, and not just like financially, but physically as well. Like, we're physically surrounding ourselves with things we don't like, and I feel like that's not great for our mental health. I don't think it's great for influencing our future habits. I don't think it's great for our physical health. I just think it's something that we should spend more time thinking about, you know? So let me know if this video inspired you to think about your future buying habits, and if there's something that you're planning on not buying more of in the future, or something you notice that you overbuy. I'd love to know, so please leave me a comment, and I'd love to connect with you on Instagram. My handle is @itsNicoleBose, and I'd love if you subscribe here, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!